Hello and welcome back. I am Corporal Kyra Pearl with the 11th Corps Signal Brigade.
And I am Specialist Garrett Dacko with 11th Corps Signal Brigade.
And I am Samantha Farlow with the Garrison Public Affairs Office.
And you're listening to Fort Hood's Great
Big Podcast. Welcome, everyone, to this week's podcast. And with us, we have a very special guest. Would you care to introduce yourself?
I am Angel Egan, and I am the Vice President of the Fort Hood Military Family Member Scholarship Fund.
All right. Welcome on.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So what is exactly the Fort Hood Scholarship Fund?
So we provide scholarships to military families, so military spouses and high school seniors who are completing college the following year.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
So high school students and military spouses and military members as well?
No, so not the soldier themselves.
Okay.
Just the spouse or the child. And it is open to active duty, retired veterans, and Gold Star families.
Oh, awesome.
That still reside within the 8-county radius of Fort Hood.
Okay, very cool.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
So if someone's interested in applying for one of these scholarships, how would they do that?
So the best way we can do it, we just launched our new website this year, and you can actually apply online at forthoodscholarship.org. Click on the Apply Now button, and it will take you through. There is still the option, if people prefer, they can print the application, complete it with the documents, and mail it into us, but it has to be postmarked by the due date of February 15th.
Okay. All right, so listeners, listen up. February 15th, come get your money.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So because we're talking money, how much do scholarships usually go for? How much can people expect to maybe get?
So it honestly ranges from year to year. It really depends on the amount of donations that we receive from our generous donors. Last year, for example, we gave out a total of 28 scholarships, totaling $55,000.
Wow.
The scholarship ranged from the highest was $5,000, and then the lowest was $500.
Wow, that's incredible.
That is a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
So one thing I was told was there are some spots available if people want to be a part of this Fort Hood Scholarship Fund. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. We are have some vacancies on our board. We have the president vacancy, our events chair, which oversees the actual event in May, because we do a scholarship ceremony. And we also have a treasurer position available as well.
Wow. If people are interested in joining, how should they go about doing that?
So if they're interested in joining, they can reach us on any of our social media sites, or they can send an email to myself. It is vp@forthoodscholarship.org.
Wow. Okay. So you mentioned the events coordinator position, which they host they're the ones in charge of this of the scholarship event. You said, could you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yes. So once we go through the process of the selection committee, reading the essays and everything that come in, and then they get ranked in May, we do a ceremony. Now, the last 2 years, because of COVID, we had to do a virtual one for 2020 and 2021, which is on our YouTube channel as well, if anyone would like to view it. So it's just a big event that they bring the families and the recipients come out, and then once they're at that ceremony, that's when they find out the dollar amount that they are going to receive.
Oh, wow.
They also get a certificate as well.
Well, that's really cool. It's kind of like a little surprise for them too. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned a little bit already, but could you kind of explain the process a little? So if somebody says, I'm a high school senior, I really would love to apply for a scholarship. Could you kind of walk us through a little bit about what that process looks like for that person, since they aren't finding out, how much they're getting until the event?
So, like the application process?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the application process is honestly pretty straightforward. There is an application that needs to be completed. There is a essay of 750 words or less.
Mm-hmm.
We do ask for 2 letters of recommendation, the copy of the military ID, orders, or if retired, the DD 214 works, school transcripts. We need those as well, and optional SAT and ACT scores. Now, all of those go, so once we get them, we redact any of the person's name. So when it goes to the selection committee, they're an independent committee outside of the board. They review all those documents, they have a scoring sheet, and they rate what's been submitted. The application does have like room for like job experience, volunteer work. All that is included in how they rate the application packet. And then the highest rated gets the highest scholarship amount.
Wow.
That is
that
amazing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone listening, if your kids are high school or high school seniors,
or maybe even like sophomores or juniors,
Even
kind of
that.
start thinking about the
Yeah.
process, maybe, practicing your essay question, like
Yes.
use this year's essay question. Do the questions change every year?
They do. They change from year to year, but we try to pull from a scholarship site where
Okay.
they have multiple questions. So then that way the recipient isn't having to rewrite essays, for 8, 10
Right.
different questions, and depending on how many scholarships that they're applying for.
Right.
So we hope that our question will match at least 1 or 2 of their other scholarship opportunities.
Yeah. So
That is
maybe
really
people
cool.
could start, working on your essays now and
yeah,
something to
I was-
practice for. Yeah.
I was gonna say go out, get those like job experience or something to
yes,
write
that
about.
too.
Volunteer.
Yeah, the
Yes.
volunteer hours
Absolutely.
definitely help. Study up for your SATs. But
Always important.
yes. But that is incredible. That is really cool.
Yeah. How long has the scholarship fund been around?
So we've been around for a very long time. Originally, we fell under the Fort Hood Spouses Club. Originally, we actually split back in 1985 into 2 separate entities.
Wow.
So that way the scholarship fund could have other donation. We could, get other donation requests and not be 100% dependent on the Spouses Club.
Right.
Wow. 1985.
yeah.
That's a long time.
It's a long time. That's longer
Yeah.
than me.
Me too. I
Yeah.
wasn't even a thought in my parents' head.
Definitely not yet.
Wow. Okay. So you mentioned a few times some donors. Could you maybe tell us some of like the biggest donors that you guys have?
So for last scholarship year, our largest donors were the Fort Hood Thrift Shop and the Fort Hood Spouses Club.
Wow.
Yeah, we also get donations from the Heart of Hood Gift Shop. Walmart's, we apply for grants from them. The Frank and Sue Mayborn Foundation
Oh, wow.
also supports us, and the Fort Hood National Bank.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
big donors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of community partners
Yes.
kind of going
Yes,
into
absolutely.
here. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we really could not do what we do without having strong relationships with our community partners.
Understandably. Well, that's awesome too to see that the communities of Fort Hood is giving back
Yes.
through this fund and supplying this opportunity to spouses and to soldiers' kids and I mean, I'm blown away. I did not expect it to be that big of a program. That's amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And then over, just like fun fact, over the last 6 years, we have granted over $300,000 in scholarships.
that was going to be my
Wow.
question. I like,
Wow.
that's incredible.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
It absolutely is.
Yes. That is amazing.
Darn, I wish I was a high school senior.
I
I
know,
could use
me
some of
too.
that.
Darn it.
Yeah, just missed it by a few years.
Just a few. Yeah.
So close.
That is funny. So this year's event, because you've had events in the past, the last couple of years have been COVID considerate, I guess is the right way to call it.
I'd call it that.
Do you anticipate having another purely virtual event this year?
Well, so at this time, we are planning a in-person event. We are still looking at different events that could hold the amount. But in the back of our mind, we know that, like right now, COVID numbers are really high.
Yeah.
So we really need to just play it, look at the numbers come March, April, and if they're still trending up or still remaining high, then we'll have no choice but to do the virtual again.
Right.
But yeah, we are tracking it, and we are, we'll have to make a determination no later by March. But we are, like I said, we're securing events, an event room sometime this month. And then if we have to reschedule or cancel, then so be it.
Yeah.
But,
just something for those who are applying, just to kind of be aware of that things may be changing.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
And be
Yeah, 'cause
hopeful about
we want everyone to be safe. We
Yes.
don't want people to be exposed by any means.
Right. Well, so how many, you may have answered this already, but how many applicants or applications for the scholarship fund do you get a year?
So last year we had a total of 28 applicants received, and all 28 received a
Wow.
scholarship.
Well,
So it honestly varies from year to year, because we went back and created a chart. So honestly, it honestly varies. So from what I've seen from our history, it varies between 20 applicants up to 40 applicants. So,
wow.
we try and we strive, as long as everyone has a complete application packet by the due date. We try to have everybody receive some kind of scholarship. I mean, that's our end goal.
Right.
But I mean, if we have, 100 applicants and we only have $50,000, I mean, there's no way we feasibly could,
Right.
grant everybody a scholarship. So, but in years past, from the way that's trended, we've always been able to give recipients, if they've applied, they've received some kind of scholarship from us.
Well, that sounds amazing and a very big incentive for people to
Yes.
start applying now,
Yes.
because
absolutely.
you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have less than 30 days, so definitely get your applications in, get those recommendations, because we need those. Those will take the longest, and most of
Yeah.
the transcripts they can pull from online from their school.
Yeah. Is there a tip that you would have for people, something that you've seen in the past that works, or if you just could give one piece of advice to people applying?
Do not wait until the week of the due date.
That's great advice.
Don't procrastinate, because when that happens, a lot of them we've received a couple of them that will send it in, but they're missing documents. We're like, we can't accept this because, our due date is the 15th. We can't extend past that. We encourage you applying early, so that way when we review the packets, if there's anything missing, we will reach out to you and be like, hey, we're missing this. And, please try to get that into us by the 15th. So we do definitely encourage early applicants.
Right. I definitely would have been one of the procrastinators. I'll tell you that.
I can see that from you. Yes. I could tell.
I would have waited to the very last week.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
missing
would
a
have been the very
document.
first week. So
Oh, see, we're different.
we balance each other out
There
here.
we go.
We have already received, we have 2 applications packets already received so far.
That'd have been me.
So,
Yeah.
which I'm like, yes, my early birds.
Yeah.
I mean, why wait? Get that stress off now. Know that you did it.
No, you gotta ride the stress wave out.
You want to endure the stress as long as
Absolutely.
possible.
Makes you stronger.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, but in all seriousness, those applications, get them in as soon as possible, because like we've said, you never know how much money you may get a scholarship. And any money is better than
That
nothing.
is correct. Yeah.
Trust me. From me, trust me.
This is coming from my personal account.
Yes.
Yes. You want money.
Well, everyone wants money.
Well, yeah.
But to be a part of this, I mean, this special scholarship fund
Yes.
would be an honor, and the community giving back to help you out. I mean, that just solidifies it right there.
It's more than just you going to school. It's everybody here supporting you and encouraging you to go out and see more of the world and to learn more.
Exactly, and give you the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
So, well, that is amazing. Thank you for everything that you've shared with us.
Is there anything else that you feel like you want to reiterate or that we didn't get to?
No, I think that we pretty much covered everything. Like I said, if there's questions on the applications, I mean, they can always reach out to us on our website. There's a contact us feature, when we will get back to you. If you have any questions, we are here to support the community and those seeking higher education.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much once again.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, it's Melissa here from Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Now is a great time to stop by and see what furry friends they have waiting for their forever home. Or, down boy, you can follow their Facebook page called Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. The great thing about pets that come from Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions is, all right now, be good, they're practically free. Well, sometimes they're free. They just need a good mommy or daddy. So stop by Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Check the Facebook page of Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions, or even call Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions at 254-287-4675 to make someone very, very happy.
Save money and get special military discounted tickets to your favorite attractions like Six Flags, Schlitterbahn, SeaWorld, Disney World, and more. Stop by our Leisure Travel Services office located right here on post to get those tickets. For more information, go to our website at hood.armymwr.com. Have fun!
If you've got problems and feel like you just can't get answers, there's a place for you to turn. The Inspector General's Hotline. They take your issues seriously. If you're at the end of your rope and need someone to reach out to, grab a pen and take down this number. 254-287-7209. That's 254-287-7209. The Fort Hood office of the Inspector General. They inspect generals, so you don't have to.
Okay, so who doesn't love learning about getting money? I mean, honestly.
Look, all I'm saying is 6.
Don't date yourself now.
Oh, I'm dating myself.
Oh no.
Not 6 plus 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
No, probably. Yeah, about 10 years ago. I could have used that money.
Yes.
What?
I know.
10 years
Yes,
ago?
that's
Something like that. I was at,
I don't want to
It's
think about the
gross
dates.
thinking
Hold
about
on.
that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
But anyways, that
flies.
would have been useful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the
You can
point.
get anywhere from $500 to like $5,000.
And they said
crazy.
everyone that applied
Just about, yeah. Everyone
got-
last year who applied, yes.
that applied, 23, they said
28.
28
28
applicants.
They all got
Every
something.
single one got an amount.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. That is such a great opportunity for students.
It really is.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Great opportunity for students, military spouses, and then people who just like want to give back to either donate to the organization or to donate their time by joining the board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we just had our 4-day weekend.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Speaking of time.
Right? I love time. What did y'all do? What did y'all get up to on your 4-day?
I had a very busy 4-day. So I drove back to Kansas. That's where I'm from.
Oh, wow.
And I went and saw KU play. We played against West Virginia. It was so much fun. I haven't been back to a KU game in a very long time.
Was it heated?
Since I graduated. Yes, it was. It was very heated. So fun fact, as I was watching, every time you watch a KU game, they are known for being a second half team. The first half, they're always down. They go into halftime. They're always trailing. I don't know why they do this to us. And then the second half, they come back in, and it's like they're a brand new team. They're just like amazing again. So the whole time I watch them, even when I'm at home, like watching on TV or whatever, I'm always so incredibly stressed about the game because you want them to win because, it's my team, whatever.
Right.
So the whole time I was at the game, my heart rate was so high. I have a watch that like tracks that. It said that I was exercising. I got 54 minutes of exercise
Oh my.
purely because my heart rate was so high while I was watching the entire game. Those 6 minutes where I wasn't exercising for like a full 60 minutes is during halftime.
Wow.
Nice.
I think you can call yourself a diehard fan.
I think
at
I
that point.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
Very stressful, but it was really fun. They ended up winning. I can't believe that this happened because they ended up winning by like 20 points. So I don't know why I'm stressed at that point. Like, you're obviously going to win, but like, you just never know.
What if something happens?
Yeah.
You
What
never know.
if somebody dives down and then takes the whole team down and then they all have broken legs? What are you going to do? Like, I'm going to be stressed.
Yeah.
You just never know. It could happen.
It could. Well, the only thing I have to say to that is go Aztecs.
Oh,
Yeah.
rock chalk.
I am
Sorry.
not as well versed in sports. I don't even know. Is this football?
Basketball.
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 Oh no. Yes, basketball.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, we're a basketball team
KU.
through and through.
Yes.
Although KU did beat Texas this year, so we're a football school now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow.
We beat Texas in football.
Well, I mean, San Diego State was ranked this year, so come on.
okay, but KU hasn't had an on the road win since 2008.
Yeah, you guys
So
are not a football school.
we're a football school. Our standards are really low. We are officially a football school again. Go KU.
I need to get into sports more.
It's fun when your college team sticks with you until the day you die.
It really does.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here beating myself up because the whole time Sam was telling her story, I literally thought that it was about football.
Oh, I guess I should have specified.
No, you're okay.
That's my bad.
I was like, oh, they have half times. They stop.
They
I
do,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Basketball is
They're
just
all-
rounder football.
Yeah,
Right. they're throwing both balls technically.
I mean,
so
technically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
they do both bounce off the ground.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
They
you know,
make goals.
Goalposts. Yeah, they're
there you
both
go.
square, rectangle-y,
Circle-y-ish.
Circle-ish.
Yeah, there's
It's
a net.
pretty simple.
There's a net in
There is a
football.
net.
Yeah.
There is a net.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Very
we get
similar.
it, we get it. Thank you very much. So what did you do this weekend, Daco?
So I had an amazing weekend. I went back to my family that lives near Houston,
Oh, okay.
just to visit my grandparents. But then
Aw.
we took a trip to see a family friend.
So much traveling this
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of traveling,
Wow.
a lot of driving. It was
Nice.
fantastic. I love the car. So we took
It's
a
the
trip.
perfect place to listen to our podcast.
It is.
Amen.
It is a very great place.
Amen.
Plug our own podcast here.
Hashtag Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast.
That's right.
So we took a drive down to the Kemah Boardwalk, where we hung out for a little bit and had lunch with one of our friends and got to see their newborn baby for the first time.
Aw,
Yes,
Baby.
yes,
Wow.
he is a little cutie, and he is just like his father. I hope you're listening.
You know who you are.
Yes, he does.
Well, speaking of babies, this weekend I found out that I am pregnant. And the craziest part, you will never guess how far along I found out I am pregnant. 5 months.
Wow.
No way.
5 entire months without knowing that there was a human growing inside of me.
Hey, better than the alternative of like not finding out until the day of.
That is
They
very.
do have that. There's
is
a
a
whole
very
TV
good
show
point.
about that.
Is it really?
Yes,
Yes,
there is.
Yes,
my
there
gosh.
is.
I'm not well versed in this stuff. I'll tell you that.
We can tell whenever the OBGYNs come in.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
pretty, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Oh, well,
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome. That really is awesome.
I'm super excited. We don't have a proper due date yet just because I need to get seen by a doctor officially. But they're estimating it's around June. So
Wow.
Okay.
very excited.
Wait, so you still don't know what gender it is?
Oh.
No, we do not.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. At 5 months.
It's insane, right?
That's crazy.
So
Are you going to
excited.
find out eventually, or do you think you're just going to wait?
Oh, we're going to know the 1st
Okay.
of February.
Oh,
That is
okay.
my-
Okay. She's
Wow.
like, we're finding out.
She's like, I
No
want to
more
know.
of this waiting.
I just set the appointment today. I am so excited. I cannot wait.
Oh,
Well,
that's so
hey,
exciting.
The hardest part's over. That first 5 months, it's over.
Literally.
True.
I just
yeah.
You're
went
halfway
right
done.
Over halfway.
over halfway.
Over halfway.
Oh my goodness.
That is crazy.
I hear a lot of mothers say that they wish pregnancy was shorter. I feel like I have now realized why it's so long. You need time to process and prepare. And
You had a lot of that time taken away from you too.
yes. But yeah, I just, my
boy.
main concern now, other than making sure the baby is healthy, is making sure that my 1-year-old doesn't get too jealous, and we can try to prep him as much as we can
Yeah.
before the new one arrives.
It's definitely hard being an older sibling.
It
and your
is.
baby comes in and wrecks the whole house.
I
know.
know. And the
Yeah.
first one, I feel like the first younger sibling is the hardest. I have 7 of us total. And so the first one, you know, that's like the culture shock. It's like, oh, I'll take this thing back to the store. I don't want it, Mom.
Return it, mom and dad.
Yeah, but like after the first sibling, then it's like, oh, okay, I know the routine now.
But with hopes, this might be the middle child.
Oh.
You never know.
Oh,
Okay,
look at her face.
She's like,
Slow
no.
it down.
I'm gonna have 2 children under 2 years old. Let's
Yeah,
just see how this
calm it
goes.
down there.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm a middle child, and my brother's 2 years older than me, so there's only a 2-year gap between us. And then there's a 5-year gap between me and
Yeah.
my baby sister. And so, like, you can kind of tell that difference. My
Your
parents
parents
were
are-
like,
They're like, hold on,
"Whoa,
wait a minute."
absolutely not."
We got enough of you right
It's
now.
actually so ironic. I was literally asking my husband last night. I was like, wait, how long do we want to wait between the second and the third? And he was like, hold on.
There's going to be a third. Wait a minute, what?
We have a rule that there's a max of 4. We don't intend on getting to the max, but after that, we are
Definitely
no
no
more.
more.
Well, hey, at least you set a limit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's good to set goals.
Exactly. Well, not a goal, but yeah.
No. It's not a limit. It's
I'll
a
stick
goal.
with 2.
Oh,
2
man.
is a lot.
Well, that's-
2 is still a lot. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
I can't imagine.
But
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
Well, we're excited for you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm so excited to share.
That is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. I love that.
Aside from my amazing news,
Yes.
you both traveled a lot this weekend.
Yeah,
which
with
sounds amazing.
The 4-day, and there are other 4 days coming up. And,
Exactly.
you know, something that the Fort Hood Sentinel does, which maybe people don't know, is they have a section called Traveling Soldier.
Ooh,
Very
bum, bum,
fancy.
bum.
So you said the
Love
Fort
it.
Hood Sentinel. That's a newspaper, right?
That is correct.
Not a lot of people read newspapers
know.
anymore.
They
So would
don't.
you mind explaining to me what
Yes.
Traveling Soldier is?
Yeah, so basically it is what it sounds like, Traveling Soldier. So they will send a reporter from Fort Hood to try things and do things that are in the area or within, you know, a couple of hours of driving, that, you know, they're featuring things that you can do while you're stationed here. You know, fun activities or festivals that are happening, or maybe some local businesses, just things that like people can do. So starting next week on the podcast, at the end of the month, we're going to have somebody come on from the Fort Hood Sentinel to talk about all the traveling soldiers that they covered for the month.
That actually
Wow.
sounds like a great opportunity. It is so hard to figure out what you want to do with those few and far in between 4 days that you have.
I'll be honest. There's a few 4 days I find myself sitting in my room and I'm like, what
should I do?
What is there to do?
I always feel like I'm
Yeah.
wasting my time if I'm not at least trying to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Yes, so we're going to start doing that. So something to look forward to for next week's episode.
Well, I'm excited
Yeah.
because I need some stuff to do.
Yeah,
New
you
things
do.
for the new year. That's awesome.
Yes, bring in new things for the new year. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Well, I think that's all we have for this week's episode.
Wow.
I know.
That's
I
it.
can't wait
Yeah.
for the next one, for
Me
the first
either.
segment.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh boy. Well, thank you for sharing your very exciting news with us.
Yes,
Of
thank you.
course.
Yes, yes,
And thank you all for listening
yes.
to this week's episode.
Absolutely. And
Goodbye.
we will talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
This podcast is a U.S. Army Garrison Fort Hood and Fort Hood Public Affairs production. The show's theme music is written and produced by Delicious All Stars. All our music is obtained through Filter by Song Trader. Have a question or want to share some insights with us? Email us at forthoodpao@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at USAG Fort Hood. And as always, be sure to leave a review and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.